Well, we're back again for another wonderful song by Dimash. This time I've chosen Sinful Passion, which was highly recommended by a ton of people that left wonderful comments on the last video that I did on Dimash, Ogni Pietra Olimpico. And I want to thank everybody for leaving such great comments, for so many wonderful views, and for so many subscribers from watching that video. And I want to do this for you and everybody else, but for you, inspired by you, because so many people wanted me to do another Dimash song, and so many people recommended Sinful Passion. So let's jump in. Hi, I'm Mike Goodrich with The Inner Singer, and this is going to be another great, fun reaction video. But more than just reaction, I like to also give you ideas of what he's doing so that you singers can have takeaways from these videos, rather than just my reaction, which generally is almost always, when I'm watching Dimash, going to be something like this. So rather than you just watching me do that for 7 minutes, hopefully I can give you some ideas that will help you as singers. Okay, so anyway, and I really, really appreciate all the views, all the subscribers, everybody watching, and the lovely comments that you made, and all the great information that you all gave me on Dimash. You know, a lot of things that I didn't know. So you've really educated me, and I really appreciate that. So anyway, let's jump in. Here we go. Dimash, Sinful Passion, here we are.
Как из лунного сна. О, если б знала ты, что мне нужна, только ты одна. Лилии долгие лилии.
The first thing that strikes me, other than this guy's gorgeous voice and his ability to color and to phrase, and this guy gets the most out of every note that I've ever seen almost. What he does right there, I want to just show you. This is an E natural. It has a 1, 2, 3, E3. So he's basically, except it's not just, he's not just going la 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 la. It's not just that. He actually, listen to this, is really, really cool. Listen, and listen one more time. Listen to that low E natural here. That sounds so much lower than, because listen what he's doing. Here we go. He's actually frying the octave below. So in slow motion, he's actually singing this. Listen. But it's so fast that it's almost these two notes at the same time. He's got this bottom fry in that tone to give it all kinds of depth and color, but it's really this note he's singing. And if I could fry this tone right now, I would show you how to do that, but it's late and I can't fry right now. But it's just, it's amazing. It's so cool. He gets this guy gets so much out of every note. And he does it again, right? And he does the same thing on the D. Just, it's great. I mean, it's amazing. And so that's basically a fry tone into the octave above. Really tasteful. Really tasteful. And, you know, so much emotion in this guy's voice. And, and I didn't even say in the last video, I think I just took it for granted because I've seen him sing, but so much emotion in his voice, and he is so present and so in his body, and his movements are so strong. I really love that in a performer. I love strong movements, strong, purposeful hand movements, and he's got an economy of movement. It's not a lot of movement, and it's very still and intense in his face, usually with his eyes open and expressive and seeing, and the hand movements, almost like a dancer, really, really, really in his body. It's really fun to watch, really intense. Here we go. The same thing with the fried tone down there. So right there. So that's an A, 1, 2, 3, A3 below middle C. And he gets this gorgeous kind of breathy, heady sound down there. But it's breathy and tasteful, and man. Okay, let's keep going. And there he nails it in a great chest voice. Perfect, gorgeous, perfect vibrato, really rich, almost baritonal sound, for a tenor. Just gorgeous quality. And he does still playing with that fry down there. Same thing there. Now that's an E4. And the way he does it, makes it sound actually higher than it is. But he's got this perfect amount of sort of emotion and breath and passion in it. Really, really cool. So pretty.
Забыты звуки, руки, лица. Мне нужна только ты одна.
Great.
Околдован тобою. Выпью зелье до дна.
Wow. So that E natural 4. So beautiful. He really gets, it's a perfect belt. And then he goes into that A natural absolutely beautifully in the mix. I mean, it's very, it's almost operatic, but it's a pop style. But you can tell it's not anything, it's not all chest voice. That's a mix, which you can really hear on the ooh vowel when he goes to the ooh. Listen again. We'll get this going here. And he's right in there. And then. And man, he just gets that, just such a perfect mix on that E natural 4 into this second bridge into this A natural. Back down to the A3. It's just fantastic. So for you singers, on this, for you tenors, even baritones, but you want to be in your mix on that E4. That's in your first bridge. So, he's not yelling, that's not raw gut chest, he's in his mix there. And then when he goes into that second bridge, it's like he goes from second gear to third gear, and then right back down again. And it's just fantastic the way he does it. Okay, keep going. Here we go. Into a gorgeous pianissimo, and not that many people do that. So he's sustaining that, he goes all the way back to a gorgeous pianissimo. It's This guy's got so much control. So much control. That is such a pretty sound. Up to that G4. Let's listen to that again. It's just so pretty. I mean, there's so much emotion in that. And the hum on that run. Oh my gosh, that is so cool. Really, really very pop. I think I got it. Not as good as he does, but that's the idea. And yeah, so he goes up to the E natural 4. So he actually hums and it goes into the bridge. So it goes into the mix. Humming is a great thing, by the way. When you humming's a great warm-up. And when you do hum with your lips together but your teeth apart. It's a great warm-up. Really great warm-up. Of course, for him, it's an ornament. It's fabulous. Here we go. Let's keep going. Having fun. Okay, come on. A natural 4 to the B natural 4. It's a gorgeous head voice that he teases a little with it. Just goes into it a little bit like he's going to go strong, and then he pulls back right away on that A natural 4 and that B natural 4. So that's in the second bridge. The A's right kind of going into the second bridge, and the B is actually across the second bridge, because there are many bridges in the voice. Many, like in Italian, it's passaggio is the first, that we talk about. But turns out there are many, many bridges in the voice, about every augmented fourth. Up, boom, 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 boom. Okay, so he's handling all of them, obviously, extremely well. And that's just great the way he does that right there. Into a beautiful head voice where he just teases us a little bit like he's going to really forte, and then he doesn't. Okay, if this was anybody other than Dimash, I would think that he did that B natural, because that's the A4 and the B4 again. Down to the E. So, and that time, he belts it. He just wails on it. So the A4, if you notice, we'll play it again in just a second. The A4, he goes in very operatically. I mean, it's just like Bocelli, or so he just goes bang. He just drives it right in there. It's awesome. And then the B, he turns right around and sings the B almost like a rock singer. He belts it, but very, very openish. I need to get a little water here. Pardon me. So he belts that B, but very openish, and even a little broad on it. And like I say, if this was anybody other than Dimash, I'd think that was an accident. But for him, I think that everything he does is calculated and on purpose. I think he knows exactly what he's doing, probably all the time. And that's probably the effect that he wants. And he's got the voice to pull it off. Now listen to that. Because you would think that he was going to take that A operatically, and then you'd think that he would take the B the same way. But he wants the different passion, so he comes out a little bit more. And it's really, really effective. I don't actually recommend that for you guys, unless you are so ridiculously advanced as singers that you know exactly how to do that without pulling and just pulling up too weight and throwing yourself out. Because if you don't know what the heck you're doing on that, you could knock yourself out. But he's on a thin line. He's on a great balanced coordination. He's not singing with a lot of heavy weight, and he knows how to do it. But I know, it's like one of those things. Don't try this at home. Let's listen again here. It's unbelievable. Now watch. Don't look. And then, okay. So where are we? And again. So we're, and it doesn't, when he does it, you think, oh, it's, it's probably not that high. But he is already at the E5. And he's going up from there. So let's listen again. It's funny, though, when he goes into that part of his voice, leaving his tenor sound, and it's so released, and it drops all of the weight really in the voice. And from a vocal cord standpoint, with the muscles that work the vocal cords, he drops the bottom ones out and becomes what we would call, I don't want to bore you with the names of the muscles that control the vocal cords, but the ones that make the cords, kind of thick and fat for chest voice are the thyroarytenoid, and the ones that stretch the cords thin are the cracothyroid for the head voice. And so when he goes CT or cracothyroid dominant on that and drops the bottom out, you don't realize how high he actually is. So let's listen to that again. It's really cool. Oh, that was cool to hear again too, though. Sorry, I'm singing along. Don't mean to. I'm sorry, that's an F. F5. A5. E flat. To the B5. Okay, where are we? Hello. Okay, we are now at the E6. So, which is pretty wild. I love that. That's just great. Of course, he did that same note in the Ogni Pietra. So this is nothing for him. But again, he's in his soprano range or countertenor range, and he gets just an unusual amount of body in those sounds. Just a gorgeous color that he gets with those. Really, really round and beautiful. And he seems to have such perfect control over that. That is really amazing. I will be completely honest with you. Now, for a woman, I can teach that all day long. But for a man, that is not my field of expertise to teach the super head voice. My buddy Brett does that amazingly well, Brett Manning. He's got all those notes. But super head voice has never been my thing. I really honestly can't do it, and I don't teach it. So Dimash leaves me just like speechless on that. It's unbelievable. Now, for a woman, I can obviously teach a woman those notes. But for a man, that's a different thing. Unbelievable. Cool. Here we go. Let's keep going. Sorry, I'm talking a lot. Here we go. What in the world? That's so that's on an E. He's like that. That sounds like almost. Well, let's listen. Let's keep listening. Shouldn't have stopped it. Sorry. That is clearly some sort of very stylistic cultural thing that I'm unfamiliar with the exception of having worked with a lot of people from in different languages that do something similar to that, but not exactly that. I've never really heard exactly that. Let's listen to that again. That is really cool. So that's an E natural, and he goes on, I don't know what he's doing. It almost sounds like it's a very, very obviously cultural stylistic thing. If anybody knows what that's called, let me know in the comments, please, because so many of you are educating me with different things about Dimash, and number one, how old he was, where he studied, the kind of degrees that he has from college. So unbelievably educated, and how much he practices a day, and just all kinds of things. So if you know what that style is called and what it's from, please let me know. But I mean, it's clearly a style. Really, really cool. I mean, it almost reminds me of a cantor. That little part right there. Man, this guy has so much control and so much facility. And through the education that you folks have given me, I know how he speaks a ton of languages as well. So this is really cool. And then he finishes it up with a little pop. Okay, you got to be kidding me. That is so friggin' cool. I mean, jeez, get out of town here. Wait. Sorry, but the glitch is not in my computer. The glitch is actually on the video. So he's the D5 to the E5. And then key change to the B flat, 5. And then a run down, or whatever the heck. A very, very kind of R&B pop run up in a crazy high mix, a real rock belt on a high B flat, 5. And then a run down. Absolutely crazy. I love it. Listen to that. It's so cool. And listen to this modulation. Right to it. And that last little whatever that was like, whoa. Even the piano player looks like he was looking over and going, oh, holy crap, what was that? It was awesome. I mean, it's just really, really, really cool. You just don't expect that. I mean, unbelievable. 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 Oh my God. So anyway, whoa, wild stuff. Wild stuff. Just fabulous, fabulous. So many things in this video that he did. I mean, the colors that he uses in his chest voice, down low, to bring that fry in, to really round out that bottom and give it such tremendous depth. And then the way he sings in his first bridge on that E natural 4 and the F, and then across the bridge to the G, the colors he's able to get, and the belt, almost a Broadway and yet sometimes very operatic, and then going up to that A that first time, in that opera, the way the voice turns into that A natural 4, absolutely gorgeous. And then the soprano sounds that he does up here, at the F5, and the A5, and then the E6. And then that wild mix that he did at the end, are you kidding me? Up to the B flat 5. And then the run all the way down. And this business of going into that, and then the key change to the B flat. Just, that's so much in this. So, you know, obviously for you singers to take away is the bridges in the voice are very, very important. This guy negotiates, I mean, just what, 5-6 octaves worth of bridges that he's negotiating. And he would not be able to do the things he does if he wasn't making these bridges properly. So the one thing, the one takeaway is for you singers, master your bridges. Whatever it takes, whatever time it takes to do, whoever you find to help you, master your bridges. Because when you can shift gears, if you've got a Ferrari or like this fabulous car and it's a stick shift and you've got 5 gears and you don't know how to push in the clutch and shift and you have to drive in first gear, that's what a singer's like who is locked in their low voice or their chest voice. But once the driver can shift all the gears and get through all the gears into the 5th gear smoothly and easily, you're golden. Once you can go through all your bridges like this, you're golden. And one bridge leads to another, to another, to another, and you may be astounded at the range you're able to have. So if you'd like my free Singing Accelerator video series that's not found anywhere on YouTube or anywhere, even on my website, and I have in it a video called The Magic of Vowels with a downloadable PDF vowel chart that I go over with you, and vowels are the key to making these bridges. So if you'd like my free Singing Accelerator video series, there's a link down below in the description. You can go get that. And I also have an ebook that I wrote, The 5 Biggest Mistakes Singers Make When Singing in Their Mix or Belting, and How You Can Avoid Them. And there's a link in the bottom as well, so you can get both of those. Anyway, I've really enjoyed doing this. This has been hugely fun for me, and I love doing them. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. Leave a comment. I love your comments. You have educated me so much with all this. And please like the video. And there you go. So I will see you again really, really soon. And I hope you enjoyed this. Take care. Bye-bye.